Stefan, welcome. Talk to me if you would about DFIs and their climate ambitions. What are the main stumbling blocks, do you think?
Yeah. Firstly, I would say DFIs play an important role to address the climate challenges we have. We recently published a study jointly with Boston Consulting Group to assess the investment gap and come up with a number by 2030 in the amount of 27 billion. That's an enormous amount, and it needs to be a combination of smart public spending and the mobilization of private capital. And that's exactly where DFIs, more than 250 in the world, comes in to provide their expertise in terms of product, risk mitigation strategies, but also synergies and leverage.
Go into more detail, if you would, about best practices for climate finance. What does that look like?
Climate finance is firstly if you have a business case, right? That's always the best, and I think there are many good business cases on the globe where no public money is needed, and that should be our priority. Where the business case needs to be enhanced, we should look at the reasons why the business case is not yet working. Is it a political risk? Is it a technological risk? Is it a regulatory risk? And then go through the risk categories and see where public spending and DFIs can help to mitigate these risks. A good example is where we come in, for example, if you look at political risk or sizable risk, that we do blended finance. That's a corporate finance technique which is more than 20 years old, but we take the first loss piece and allow investors to provide funding at a better risk category.
Go into more detail, if you would, about some of the strategic decisions that you're making around the mobilization of capital.
Yeah. We articulated our new strategy in April 2022, and we clearly identified as the big levers not only impact, because we need to understand ex ante the impact of everything we do, but also the mobilization of private capital. So what we do is data management. We strongly believe better data and transparency will allow investors to assess that risk. Point number one. Point number two, we need to rethink the way we cooperate and the role we have in the ecosystem of DFIs, private investors, capital markets, and other important players. So I would call it, we start a client relationship management tool to understand better what investors want. And last but not least, collaboration. I do see a paradigm shift how DFIs globally cooperate in order to prioritize, create synergies, and move together.
Fantastic. Stefan, thank you so much.
Thank you.